There, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Today I am playing along with Baby Got Scraps, and that is a YouTube and Instagram series about using up scrap paper. So I am starting off with this 12 by 12 piece of white paper, which in the series you are allowed to use one piece of 12 by 12. I did cheat. I ended up using two. I backed my entire layout on black, but the rest of it is all scrap besides the white and the black. So hopefully it counts. If you don't think it counts and you're not interested, go check out somebody else's channel. But hopefully you think that counts. I'm not usually a rule breaker, but every once in a while. So I have my white piece of cardstock gessoed, and I am using some Shimmer's Inklings in Plum Crazy to get this purple color down. You did see me spritz a little bit of the Nuvo shimmer powder in Lilac Waterfall. I did use it. It's like a powder that you sprinkle over your page, you add water, and it bursts into color. And it kind of bursts into little blue and red, I don't know, bursts, basically. And I was expecting it to be more of a mix of the two. Obviously, when you mix red and blue, it does become purple. But it had a little too much blue and a little too much red for my taste, and I was going to mix it together anyway, so I was like, why am I bothering to use this powder when I don't really want the blue and the red to show? I might as well just use the Plum Crazy shimmers. So that's what I basically did. And I know I want the left hand side of this page to have a lot of this color on it. I am documenting this little, I don't know if it's called an urn or a vase or what, but it was my great-grandmother's. You're going to see a picture of it in a bit here. And it was my great-grandmother's, and inside of this little thing there are still the flowers from her wedding bouquet. And they still smell really amazingly beautiful. And so I'm just documenting that. And the little flowers on the vase, I'm going to call it a vase for now, are this like pinkish lavender color. So this color is going to work really well with the photo. And the photo just has a white background. It's just a photo I took with a piece of white paper behind it because I didn't want anything else in the photo. I just wanted to document that I have this little vase, where it came from, and what the flowers are from, and all of that good stuff. So that's what I'm doing. You can see I did try a little bit more of that shimmer powder there just to kind of maybe brighten up the purples, and I did end up mixing them together still, so the blue and the red that's in that shimmer powder still just came out purple. And there's the purple paper that I'm going to be using on the right hand side. You can see that's a scrap. It's got a big piece cut out of it, and I just have enough to do a 6 by 12 on one side there, so I decided to go ahead and use that. I do sprinkle a few other colors over this purple. I sprinkle some green and some like periwinkle. There's the periwinkle color right there. And then I'm going to sprinkle some gray, and those, green. Those are, or at least that particular one is from Nuvo as well, and it's their sparkle spray. They do have a lot of sparkle in them, and I really like them. So they kind of brighten everything up. And I'm pretty much done with the mixed media there. I like how it looks. And these are all the scraps that I am thinking about using in this layout. And I'm going to back my photo with white first, and then layer those scraps up behind. So that is the little vase. And it's really cute because you can take the top off, and it has a little thing inside that you can take out so that the scent can come out the holes on the top. Or you can leave the little stopper inside of it. It's like a little porcelain stopper, so that you don't have the scent coming out. So usually I just have it so the scent is not coming out, because I like preserving that scent and being able to go and check it out, smell it every once in a while and go, oh yeah, that was my great-grandma's, it's so cool. Anyway, so I am going to go ahead and layer these up, and that particular paper that I cut into, I definitely wanted the pink to end on each side of the right and the left of the photo, because I wanted more definition between the layers. If I had the white ending there, it would kind of blend in with the white of the photo mat, so I definitely wanted to make sure that those pink stripes landed on either side. I am gently tapping a little bit of pink ink onto the sides of some of these papers, just to, again, to provide more definition in the layers, and I really like how that looks. It's coming together. And then I'm deciding what I want to put behind it, because most times when I gesso a paper, I do cut a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 of an inch off of all of the sides, because you can see the tape line from where it was taped down onto my foam board. I almost always back it with some other color paper, either that or I run a stitching line around it so you can't tell, or so it softens that definition up. And in this case, I just decided to use black. And off camera, I have stamped and colored all of these flowers and leaves. These are from a stamp set from Altenew. I think they're from, I want to say 2014 is what it looks like on the package, and it's called Striped Florals. So I colored those with my Copic markers. They are stamped onto Neenah Classic Crest Solar White paper, and I just pulled in a bunch of my Copic markers that had the same color tones in them that the papers that I'm using have, and that are prevalent on the base. Now this little piece of mixed media is something that I've used in a class that I taught, and I just decided to go ahead and use some more of it to punch out some flowers, because it's the perfect colors. It adds a little bit of extra sparkle, and brings in something a little bit different besides those striped florals. So I'm just using them as an accent scattered around. They're not the star of the flower clusters at all, but in fact, when you look at the layout, you don't really notice them right off because they are so light and they kind of go tone on tone, especially in that mixed media area. But they do add a little extra sparkle and a little extra texture, so I really like that. And this punch that I'm using, I believe it's just an EK Success floral punch that punches 3 different shapes of flowers. I am going to use my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, and I'm going to go ahead and glue down the flowers. I did not use any, let's see here, I did not use any foam behind any of these flowers that I am gluing down. So nothing is really popped up, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me at all. That it still has plenty of dimension, because those little tiny flowers that I punched out, I am going to run my stylus around the center of the flower to make them more cupped, and that will give a little bit of dimension. And the nice thing about using the stamp set and being able to color it whatever color you want is you can get a really good match to your photos. So the green really matches the green leaves that are in the little vase there, not inside, that are on the outside of the vase there. And so I like that it brings in some natural colors, so the whole layout is not just purple. It just brings in something different. I did use a little bit of like a periwinkle color in those Copics and some pink, just to play on the different colors in the mixed media, because there is a little bit of that periwinkle in the mixed media. And that green is also in the mixed media. Those are the 2 colors that I sprinkled over the top, so that works out really well. And I'm just using my Deluxe adhesive on this side as well. I used it on the opposite side because of the mixed media. This side I could have just used my tape runner, but I'm just going for it with the Nuvo. And you could see there that I used that round mouse pad to cup those little flowers. You just basically press down in the center and kind of like rub it around, and the flower will cup up. And then I am going to put some sequins in there. The sequins are going to go inside the flowers that are made with that mixed media. And then I'm going to sprinkle some sequins around the floral clusters as well. Oh, I did decide to use this purple ink. This is from Catherine Pooler, and I just have a stamp that has 3 little dots on it, and I'm sprinkling those around the flowers throughout the floral clusters, and it just brings a little bit of dimension because it is darker. And you can see I have my little swatches there. They're really rudimentary swatches, but they work for me. I just kind of like ran a little bit of the ink over a spot on the paper and hand wrote what the color was so I can easily figure out what color I want to use. The ink that I'm using there is called Sangria, and that was from Prima. And then these thickers, they're not actually thickers because they're not puffy or chipboard. They are glitter stickers. They are from Chamel's Sparkle City collection, and I didn't even know that she had these out until recently. I went looking for some thickers for her collections, and I saw these, and I actually thought they were going to be chipboard, but when I got them, they're flat. And I was a little bit disappointed that they weren't, you know, dimensional, but now that I'm using them, I actually like them a lot. And they're kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it. They're almost like on a plastic paper. And the color works out perfect for this layout. So my title is just going to be Great Grandma's Flowers. And then I'm going to do just a bit of journaling below that about this little jar. And so my journaling reads, "This little jar belonged to my great grandma, Edith Manning. It is surely a treasure, but maybe even more amazing is that inside the jar are the flower petals, the dried flower petals from her wedding bouquet. They even still smell beautiful." So just a little note about that, and I thought this was really a neat way to document it because I'm like, my mom has a ton of things that are from my great grandma or my grandmother or from her grandmother, and a lot of times she'll say, "Oh, this was your great great grandmother's," and where they got it from, and I'm like, I'm never going to remember this in 20 years who belonged to what item and what item belonged to whom. So by documenting it in the album, I can flip back and go, oh, that's who it belonged to, that's why it's important, and where should it go eventually someday when I'm no longer here. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to go ahead and add some sequins here. Again, this is the Baby Got Scraps series. There's a bunch of ladies playing along using up their scrap papers. I told you a little bit about that in the beginning. Just one piece of 12 by 12. I did cheat here, but for the most part, this is all scraps. You can go check out all of the ladies playing along. They are linked down below in my description box. Not everybody is playing every single day, so you just have the channel links there, and you're going to have to look on their channel to find out which videos apply to this particular series, if this is a series that you're interested in watching more of. I hope that you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy everyone else's videos and the entire Baby Got Scraps series. It's been a lot of fun playing along. I am playing along a few times throughout the month, so you can look for more channels in that series, more videos in that series on my channel. Again, have a nice day. I hope you really enjoy this. The close-ups are coming up, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.